Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you game number 2 in the series between Infi and Nicker from WCA. So far, this series, or the first game, was absolutely an amazing game on Nomad Isle. We'll see if game number 2 does live up to the hype. I have been interrupted a couple of times while trying to cast this game, so unfortunately, I know what happens here in the first couple of minutes as we see the Ancient of War trying to creep out this creep camp here. Now, this creep camp in particular is an absolute must. We have seen when players don't understand this map, what can quickly happen and how things just really fall apart. Demon Hunter quickly going after these creep camps here, and you saw that the footmen and the militia actually aggroed another set of creep camps to try and incur more damage onto this Ancient of War. So Infi is going to end up being significantly ahead, as he is not getting harassed at all, as he is setting up setting and clearing out this creep camp here. Now, the big question is going to be, how can Infi follow up? Infi will most likely be following up with an expansion attempt here and then getting to level 3. Level 3 on the Archmage is an extremely important level, as it gives level 2 water elementals and makes everything that much more difficult. Archmage now heading back off to the north will be able to clear out this creep camp, as we now see the Demon Hunter using the way gate to get across the map very quickly. Most likely this peasant, or I know this peasant, will get taken out, as this scout farm will also get cancelled in order to refund a bit of gold. Archmage now back off to the north, looking to creep out this creep camp here. Dire Wolf does do a significant amount of damage though, so we'll see how all of this unfolds, as we now see the Dire Wolf taking the majority of the damage. This is one of those situations where I do believe the Dire Wolf should have been taken out first, because of the amount of piercing damage that it was in the army. Infi with these skeletal marksmen and burning archer should have done a lot of damage, as we now see the Demon Hunter running straight into the group here. Alright, there's a quick mana burn, but a quick surround already on that Demon Hunter, and Nicker is at the wrong place at the wrong time, as he was unable to see past that brush and ended up getting surrounded right there. Demon Hunter down to level 2, Burning Archer almost down to 8 hit points, but unable to get that final arrow off. Nicely played once more for Infi to keep his Burning Archer alive. Meanwhile, Ancient of War here are going to go ahead and take down this scout farm. Down it goes, as the expansion is now already underway. This map is particularly difficult for Night Elves to expand on because of the relative distance. Human players have no problem because it is still within militia range in order to defend. The Huntresses couldn't make their way off to the north, and trying to do a little bit of damage here, take down some of these peasants, and a beautiful bait and switch there as the Demon Hunter gets a quick and easy kill. Alright, this Huntress needs to back off. You can see a little bit of more units now showing up. Level 2 Water Elemental dealing extra damage as that tower quickly gets taken down. Huntress now coming across, and oh, this could be very bad news if the Water Elementals go after the Burning Archers, as we see the Demon Hunter still running around in a little bit of a dangerous situation. Burning Archer quickly gets taken out by the Archmage and that Water Elemental, as the Demon Hunter now needs to head back. Alright, Demon Hunter now circling back around, but he is not going to be able to stop this town hall from being constructed unless he really invests a lot more into that fight, and that may not be a good spot for him to be in. Peasants, on the other hand, very easy to take out here, as you can see that the peasants were trying to head back home and unable to do so. One Huntress runs back off to the north. Demon Hunter surrounded for a second time, and this game is definitely not going well for Nicker at all. Nicker going to lose his Demon Hunter, lose that Demon Hunter, and perhaps even lose a Huntress, as we are going to be looking at a Shadow Meld being broken by Dust of Appearance. So far, Nicker is in a bit of trouble. He is at Tree of Ages. He is getting that Demon Hunter, but this is still not looking all that good, as the Huntress is revealed, and there it goes. That Archmage now very close, or at least halfway, to level 4. Arcane Vault is up, and I think Infi is just gonna reach critical mass here and be able to and be able to take out his opponent. His advantage seems far too much. Town Hall, the expansion, it has towers. His opponent does not have anything else in play. Tree of Life is down, but will this expansion come up at all? Panda is very, very useful in the Night Elf vs. Human matchup, but as we are already very close to tier 2, as Infi has the additional economy, Spellbreakers could spell a bit of a problem. All right, using this time, Nicker is purposely creeping out the map with the Panda as the Demon Hunter was forced to being resurrected. But I don't know if Nicker has enough just momentum on his side to really get back into the swing of things. You can see Nicker taking a lot of damage on this Ancient of War. He'll lose one of his production buildings as well. The Footman, the lower hit point Footman, still regenerating a bit of hit points. Nicely done there, as the Burning Archer is now back up to full as well. All right. Tree of Life now rooting and entangling that gold mine here. If it can stay up, that would be a huge benefit. Demon Hunter sitting at level 2. Are we going to see a mana burn onto the Archmage? No mana burn there, as it's just going to be a circle around. Infi perhaps knowing that the expansion is what he really needs to be careful about, as Nicker now takes a bit too much damage. Staff of Preservation onto the Panda, though, in order to get the heck out of that very uncomfortable spot. Archmage now knows that, hey, an expansion most likely is here. Moonstone is used, as the Tree of Life now going to be suffering a bit of damage. You can see the Assassin and the Kobold Geomancer are going to try to engage. Water Elementals are all in position. Are we going to perhaps see some detonations, as the Demon Hunter and Panda need to get over here and in a hurry? There goes the Entangled Gold Mine, as we see, Inner Fire onto that Troll High Priest already. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple Footmen, and that's actually a huge save here. If Nicker can get off one more Breath of Fire, that might be enough to really turn things around. There's the Breath of Fire, and that does give level 3 to the Demon Hunter, but the level 2 Panda does end up falling. No Staff of Preservation this time around, as the Demon Hunter now in a little bit of trouble. All right, Water Elemental does get taken down. Huntress does arrive to the party, as we can see the Entangled Gold Mine now getting attacked once more. All right, perhaps the Assassin should be targeted, not the Archmage. Archmage not going to fall anytime soon to that Huntress, as the Huntress now being forced to back off. Huntress and Dryad now backing off over here. You can see a bit of a fight, and Infi is not going to allow this expansion to get up and operational. Dryads now come in as well. There's an Abolish Magic. There is perhaps another 2 Abolish Magics. There we go. Enough damage is dealt. Demon Hunter, Staves of Preservation, another unit away, as Infi going to lose that Burning Archer after some near close calls. All right, let's take a look. Footman now trying to engage. The Dryads doing a little bit of a dance back and forth. The Dryads focus down the Troll High Priest, though, as the Assassin now is going to be taking a lot more damage. All right, mana burn onto the Archmage. Archmage, almost takes down the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now down to 16 hit points. Not quite sure how he has poisoned from the Assassin earlier, as now the Dryads and the Huntress are going after the Archmage. Archmage does have a potion of healing, and what is going on here? This is just a really dangerous fight to be in. As you can see that Archmage down to 58 hit points, now finally being forced to use that potion of healing. All right. What is this? Demon Hunter now comes back around, does have a potion of healing himself, going after some units, and yes, one Footman will get taken down. Mana burn once more. There goes another Footman. Infi may lose all 3 Footmen here, as the Demon Hunter is a much faster hero. Archmage will be able to get through and almost get surrounded. Whoa! Infi almost loses that Archmage, as it is able to slip back off to the north. All right. 11 minutes into this game, Mountain King now is going to be flipping the script, as that extra hero can do so much, even at level 1. We saw the impact of the Mountain King in Game 1, and we'll see if he has an equal impact in Game 2, as the Demon Hunter shows himself a little bit too much and ends up losing. All right. Mountain King may get another Stormbolt off here, and that is what we're waiting for. All right, are we going to see another mana burn? There's the Stormbolt, and level 4 Demon Hunter falls. Horrible miscalculation, as Nicker now being forced to resurrect a level 4 hero at the 11-minute 30-second mark in this game. All right, Furbolg Tracker. Panda gonna be buying perhaps, yes, a scroll of healing, and this is exactly what the doctor ordered to try and stay alive. Panda still seeing that level 2. Perhaps going after the tracker would be a smart call here, as the Panda now tries to chase after the Mountain King and Archmage. Archmage sitting at level 5. And now the priest and the rifleman have joined in on the fighting here, in addition to mortar teams. All right. Rifle mortar team against the hunts and dryads that we've been seeing. That is going to be very uncomfortable for Nicker's unarmored units that all take bonus damage from piercing and from the siege damage. All right, there you have it. There is a bit of damage there. Renegade Wizard, Mountain King may get to level 2, and Archmage gets to level 5. That is a big turnaround, as Claws of Attack +6 now left behind for the Mountain King here. Meanwhile, Panda doing his best to try and get to level 3. There he goes, as a Renegade Wizard may get taken down. All right, Nicker does have an assassin here, but I don't believe that they both know where exactly the other are, as the Panda does have Scroll of the Beast. Oh, here's going to be a big fight. Breath of Fire blows the Sorceress down, as the Panda now in a bit of trouble. All right, are we going to see a surround? A 4-unit surround here. A huge play, as the Panda may be able to get out. Yes, does get out, but not enough, as he ends up taking a Storm Bolt to the head and gets stunned. Level 3 Panda now taken out, and what was a very close game number 1 is now turning into an absolute thrashing in game number 2. Infi is going to shut down this expansion and I believe take the victory here. Nicker is already on life support. 70 over 78 supply compared to 48 over 70. A good almost 20 supply difference. Demon Hunter with anti-magic shell, anti-magic potion, hoping to finish this off. And is it going to work? Mountain King not able to Stormbolt even if he had mana, just because of that anti-magic shell. And there goes that Tree of Life. All right, Kobold Geomancers being used as the casters. Very nice use, as those are the slow. I believe, does he have single Arcane Sanctum? Yes. Oh no, double Arcane Sanctum still. So using slow on the Kobold Geomancers to just really speed up. And wow, building a Manor Town Hall. Oh my gosh, I do not remember the last. I don't remember seeing this ever in Warcraft 3. A Manor Town Hall is a Manor Nexus in StarCraft 2 is when you start building a building in your opponent's base that has no reason to be there whatsoever. And this is the most BM I've ever seen Infi. He's speed building a Manor Town Hall outside his opponent's base for no other reason than to say, I can. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.